Hey, it's philzGoodMan, and this video is all about shotgun jumping. I was really excited when shotgun jumping was added to the game because I love exploring new types of tech. If anyone remembers the Halo 2 days, there were really fun moves that you could pull off like the BXR, and I used to really like practicing things like wave dashing and L canceling in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Of course, rocket jumping is a lot of fun, but it's really cool to see this concept being applied to the double barrel shotgun. Before I explain how to shotgun jump, let's quickly go over why you should even bother in the first place. The first reason is that it lets you move around the map a lot more quickly, and we're talking huge shortcuts that no other class can take, but also the small things like being able to shoot off a wall to gain speed around a corner. The second reason is that it lets you catch opponents off guard. You could be kind of baiting them around a corner, and then as they come out, you could quickly pop a shotgun jump and then use the other round in the clip to finish them off. And lastly, you can use it to engage and disengage. If you want to go aggressive, you can close the gap against unsuspecting opponents. And if you want to run away, you could quickly do a shotgun jump and regenerate your health. So now let's get into how to shotgun jump. We're going to start off really basic and gradually make things more complicated, but of course you can go back and reference the video as many times as you need. The first thing to understand is the base knockback of the shotgun without combining it with any sort of jump. And you really don't get that much air from it, as you can see. Now let's see what happens if you do it incorrectly. So if you jump after firing, you can see that you get about as much air as just the base knockback. So you have to jump and then fire in that order. So space and left click is the timing. The faster that you press it after firing, the more air that you get. So you want the jump and fire to be close together, but not exactly at the same time. And definitely don't want to jump after firing. Jump before firing. Now I'm going to make this a little bit more complicated and combine it with walking forward. So holding the W key. And it's the same thing, just hold W continuously, look down, hit the space bar, and then fire immediately after. And then just continue holding that W key. And this is a good way just to get some quick air and even gain some speed. So it's good to know the very basic jump. You know, we're not coming out of a slide, we're just going out of a walk. You also want to be able to perform this move while aiming the mouse in different directions. It's just useful in a variety of situations to be able to go back left, back right, and then directly down in terms of doing your jumps. So definitely practice the shotgun jump in all directions. You also get a bit of a different trajectory with it as well, which can be helpful. Now we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did before, but we're going to add a slide while landing. So again, do the same thing. Just do a shotgun jump forward, and as you're landing, hold shift to land in a slide. And here's what it looks like slowed down. So we just did a shotgun jump into a slide, and now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do a shotgun jump out of a slide. So first I'll do a standard jump, slide, and then shotgun jump out of it. And this one's a bit more complicated, so I'll show you how it breaks down. First you jump, and then hold shift, start looking down, release shift right before you jump, and then fire. Almost all at the same time. And just look at how much more speed I'm getting when I'm doing this technique as opposed to just a standard shotgun jump. So now we're going to chain these together and combine the two parts to really get moving. By the way, you don't necessarily have to release shift before you shotgun jump. You just get a little bit more air if you do release shift before you perform the shotgun jump. If you skip to this part of the video and you think that it seems really confusing at first, you really just need to refine the basic parts and then put it all together. Just practicing one part of the shotgun jump at a time is really helpful, and then eventually it will come really easy. It might also be hard for you if you don't have an understanding of the basic Krunker movement mechanics, like slide hopping. As a side note, I do owe you guys a video on Krunker movement, but I'm just waiting to see in case any of the mechanics change. Now let's explore how shotgun jumping works when shooting at the wall. So just like the floors, there is a base knockback. Again, it's not like very big, but when you combine that with the jump right before, you get launched a whole lot further. Now this move is pretty easy. It's just jump and shoot when you're near a wall. And then of course you can make it more complicated by combining it by going out of a slide. Exact same thing is what I taught you guys earlier in terms of the timing and even the key presses, but instead of shooting at the floor, you're going to be shooting at the wall. And this is a really good way to generate fast horizontal speed. It's also a really great way to gain speed when moving up ramps because you can't shotgun jump from a ramp, so you can use a nearby wall instead to gain that speed. After you mastered all the basic shotgun jumping techniques, then you're just going to put it all together. Some situations you're going to be shooting off the wall, other times you're going to be shooting off the floors, and you kind of chain it together with your slide hopping, and it becomes really fluid and easy to integrate into your gameplay, and you can come up with a ton of different creative uses for it once you get the basics down. So now here's some really basic combinations that you do with shotgun jumping. The first is obvious, shotgun jump into shotgun shoot. So you need full clip. The next is shotgun jumping to shooting your secondary. So that's a shotgun jump, hit E, hold right for ADS, and then left click. You can even hold left click ahead of time to buffer the shot out. And here's one that's really important. It's shotgun jump into reload. So whether you have 1 or 2 rounds in the clip, when you're not in combat, you should always be reloading. So what you do is you shotgun jump and you immediately start reloading right after. And if done properly, by the time you land, you're already reloaded. The next is going to be shotgun jump to shotgun wall jump. So it's really useful to reaching hard to reach places. Technically this jump is possible without doing the wall jump, but I'm just showing it to you guys so you have an understanding of how this technique works. You just do a shotgun jump toward the ground, and then you want to angle the shot at the wall to give yourself a little extra boost. And finally, there's shotgun jumping into knife, which gives you even more speed in air. So this is my overview of shotgun jumping in Krunker. I think we can expect that it's going to continue evolving a lot further. If you haven't already, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I am going to start streaming more and integrate that into my content rotation. It's not going to be more than once a week, so make sure you're subscribed so you get that notification. And I'm going to be doing some streams on Twitch and some on YouTube. As always, thank you so much for watching.